Hi, this is part one of a series of Hebrew lessons on Modeh, a song inspired by the Hebrew morning prayer. Lyrics are by Avi Ochayon, music by Asaf Tsruya, and it is sung by Omer Adam. To get the most out of this lesson, I highly recommend that you watch my video on gender and pronouns, and also the playlists in the Hebrew for Beginners channel regarding the Hebrew alphabet, how we refer to people in Hebrew, and also the video on the logic of Hebrew verbs. In this lesson, we will cover the first stanza. As you can see, there are pronouns, nouns or noun inflections, verbs and adjective, preposition or preposition inflections, and also a particle. We'll get to see each of these words to increase our vocabulary. Let's start by looking at the verbs. Lehodot is the infinitive form of a he fil type of verb. It means to thank or to acknowledge. And the present tense, masculine singular form is modeh, modeh. I, he, you, or it thanks or acknowledges. Next verb, lihyot. Lihyot means to be. It is the infinitive form of a pa'al type of verb. And the future tense for masculine singular third person is yeye, yeye. So, lehodot, modeh, lihyot, yeye. Now let's look at a more sophisticated way of using verbs. In this example, we have lehachazir, a he fil type of verb, which means to return. And the past tense of lehachazir is, which is you returned for second person masculine singular, is hexarta, hexarta. Remember, ata is you, referring to a masculine. So when we do say this in the past tense, you say hexarta, evoking ata. Okay, hexarta, you returned. Now, if we add a she means that. To hexarta, shehexarta, that means that you returned. Okay, now let's see another example. The verb lehaniach means to place, to put, or to assume. It is the infinitive form of a he fil type of verb. And its past tense, masculine second person singular, is henachta. Again, ata, evoking ata, because you're referring to you, you're saying you placed. Okay, lehaniach, henachta, you placed. Now, if we add the she to henachta, we say shehenachta, that means that you placed. Okay, so lehachazir, hexarta, shehexarta. Lehaniach, henachta, shehenachta. And finally, let's look at the verb lishmor. Lishmor means to guard, to keep watch, or to maintain. This is the infinitive form of a pa'al type of verb. And if we want to say it in the present tense for masculine singular, we say shomer. Shomer means I, you, he, or it guards or keeps watch. Lishmor, shomer. Now let's look at the pronouns. In this stanza, we only have two pronouns, me, I, and you. So I is ani, and you is ata. Ani, ata. Now let's look at nouns and noun inflections. The nouns we'll see here are kol, that means all of, or every. Boker, boker means morning. It's a masculine noun. Beged, beged means clothes or clothing. Now let's see some noun inflections. Right, so remember ani means me, so the sound of inflections would refer to that end sound of E of ani. So neshama means soul, but if you want to say my soul, you say nishmati. And guf means body. If you want to say my body, you say gufi. Neshama, nishmati. Guf, gufi. And now let's see an adjective. The adjective in this stanza is kar. Kar means cold. Let's see some prepositions and preposition inflections. So going back to ani, which refers to I or me. So al is a preposition that can mean upon, over, about, for, or regarding. Now, if you want to say upon me or over me, you get the yod, which is the last letter in ani, so that gives you alay. Alay, upon me or over me. First person inflection used for both masculine and feminine forms. Now, the preposition le could mean to, for, or of. Now, if you want to say to me, you say li. That is an inflection evoking ani, which means I or me. So le, to, for, or of. To me is li. Okay, so al, upon, over, or for. Alay is upon me or over me. Le is to, for, or of. Li is to me. And here's a preposition that's very important to understand. Et. Et does not mean anything. It is a preposition that you place before a definite direct object. Right? And we'll see an example of that in this song. In fact, we've seen a lot of examples in previous songs. Finally, let's look at particles. So what is a particle? A particle is a part of speech that cannot be inflected. We use it as is. So an example is lo, which means no or not. And if we add she, which we just saw a while ago, she means that. So if you say she lo, that means that no, that not. Okay, so that's the last word we'd like to look at for this first stanza of Modeh. Okay, so now we're ready to listen to the first stanza of the song Modeh with all those words, verbs, pronouns, etc. that we just saw. That's a lot just for a first stanza. Okay, so let's listen to Omer Adam sing this first stanza.
מודה אני כל בוקר שהחזרת את נשמתי, מודה אני על בגד שהנחת על גופי, שלא יהיה לי קר, אתה שומר עליי.
Well, that was it. So we just learned what the first stanza of Modeh is saying. See you in part 2 when we look at the second stanza of this song Modeh sung by Omer Adam. See you.